Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't actually want to know how much house they can afford. They want to know how much house they can qualify for. And those are not the same thing. How much house can I afford is one of the most searched questions in real estate, and it's also one of the most misunderstood because lenders calculate qualifications based on formulas. But affordability is personal. And in this video, I'm going to break down how lenders determine what you qualify for, how you determine what's actually comfortable, and how to avoid becoming house rich and cash poor in the process, because we don't have time to eat ramen noodles every night. Now, the problem with maximum approval: when you get pre-approved, a lender will tell you the maximum loan amount that you qualify for. That number is based on income, debt-to-income ratio, credit score, and assets. But just because you qualify for a number doesn't mean that you should spend that number. This is where buyers sometimes get into trouble. They ask, how much house can I afford? And the lender says, oh, well, you qualify for $375,000. They immediately start looking at $375,000 homes. But the better question is, how much house can I afford comfortably? Because lenders don't factor in your lifestyle, your spending habits, your travel goals, your childcare changes, future job transitions, and your comfort with financial pressure. Affordability is math, but it's also psychology. So if you're wondering how much house you can afford, there are 3 different numbers that you need to understand. Number 1, what you qualify for. This is the lender's number, and it's based on guidelines and ratios. Number 2, what you're comfortable paying. This is your number. It's based on lifestyle, stress tolerance, and long-term goals. And number 3, what the market requires. This is the local number. It's based on inventory, competition, taxes, and insurance. True affordability is where those 3 overlap. Now, one thing that attracts many people to the Shreveport-Bossier area is the cost of buying a house, which is quite affordable compared to the rest of the nation. Now, if you're considering a move here from out of town and you're trying to understand the area and what it has to offer, I've created a free relocation guide just for you, and you can download it by clicking on the link in the description below. Because buying a home is not just about real estate, it's about lifestyle and community as well. There's no point in owning property if it doesn't fit in with the life that you want to live. So let's keep going. Lenders typically use debt-to-income ratios to calculate affordability. That means they look at your gross monthly income, your existing monthly debts, and proposed mortgage payment. They want your total monthly obligations to stay within a certain percentage of your income. But here's what they don't see. They don't see your comfort level, stress tolerance, whether you sleep better with a financial cushion. And that's why asking how much house can I afford requires more than plugging numbers into a calculator. So let's say you qualify for a $2,400 monthly payment, $2,400, but your current rent is $1,600. That's an $800 difference. And it may technically work on paper, but what about emotionally and practically? Well, that depends. Do you travel often? Do you plan on having kids? Do you prefer saving aggressively? Do you value having flexibility? Some buyers prefer that stretch. Some prefer margin. There's no moral right or wrong, but there is personal right and wrong. Affordability should not create constant pressure. It should create stability. And you should still be able to enjoy that steak dinner you enjoy every now and then. Just saying. Now here's the hidden cost factor. When people calculate how much house they can afford, they often forget about maintenance, repairs, furnishing, landscaping, HOA dues, and insurance fluctuations, because in Louisiana, your homeowner's insurance will fluctuate. Those costs aren't dramatic, but they are real, and they affect how your payment feels month to month. Affordability isn't just the mortgage, it's the total cost of home ownership. Now, in Shreveport-Bossier, you can often get more square footage per dollar than in larger metro areas, and that's a huge advantage. And certain neighborhoods may have higher HOA dues, flood insurance requirements, or property tax differences. So when someone asks how much house can I afford, the answer depends not just on income, but also location. 2 homes priced the same way may have very different total monthly cost. That's why working with a realtor, such as myself, who understands the local nuance matters. Now here's the danger of stretching. Stretching to your max approval amount feels exciting in the moment. You know, you're thinking, well, we'll figure it out somehow, we'll make it work. But financial pressure compounds. Unexpected repairs, insurance increases, life changes. If your monthly payment is already at your ceiling, flexibility disappears. And flexibility is what protects your peace. Buying at the top of your qualification range might work, but buying at the top of your comfort range is what creates long-term stability. Now, if you're asking, how much house can I afford? Here's the healthier sequence. Step 1, get pre-approved to understand your qualification ceiling. Step 2, decide what monthly payment feels comfortable. Step 3, factor in maintenance, lifestyle goals. And number 4, set a strategic range below your maximum. That's how you protect your confidence. That's how you protect your flexibility. And that's how you enjoy your home instead of feeling stretched by it. Now, affordability is not just about impressing people. It's not about maximizing your square footage. It's about building a home that supports your life, not one that pressures it. Now that you understand how to think about affordability, there's something else buyers often overlook. Even if you choose the right price range, hidden ownership costs can catch you off guard. If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend you watch my video on the hidden cost of home ownership next. These are the costs that come after closing while you're living year to year in your home. Because knowing how much house you can afford is one step, but knowing what home ownership really costs in the long term is what protects your long-term confidence. Click here to watch.